God damn it, Riley, what the hell? I was just about to start the episode. What are you doing over there, bird? Like, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Riley, how are you feeling? Are you ready to fly away? Not yet. We got to do the episode, please.
I'm great.
All right, good. So today we're going to be talking about the new...
Wait.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing good. A little tired today. It's a late day podcast, and I don't like late day podcasts because I'm tired this time of the day, especially when I wake up at 3 like I did today. But we caught a trade today, which was good. Seems like maybe that'll be a turnaround for the rest of the week, so optimistic. But I'm excited for this video. I finally, we get to talk about the Tesla. A lot of people had questions about it, and I kept saying to everybody, just wait, we're doing a podcast about it. We're doing a podcast about it. So first things first, if you are interested in a Tesla, whether you're buying it, leasing it, we're going to talk about what we did in a second. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description of this video for you to get 1,000 miles of supercharging for free. So make sure you check that link out if you do decide to get one. And I highly recommend it. That's the first thing, is even though we're going to talk about some of the cons that went into this process, it took a week to really solidify the whole contract and the whole thing, which is way too long in my opinion. Still, both of us are going to highly recommend that you get one of these things. It is the future, and you can't understand it, in my opinion, in words. You really have to just get one, drive it. Go for the test drive. It's free. Once you drive it once, even if you half like cars, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so cool.
I don't like cars.
Yeah,
I don't care about cars,
and you still love
I like it.
Right. Well, what do you like about it the most? Let's start there.
Well, the first things that come to mind are the seats are more comfortable.
I thought you were going to be like, the first things that come to mind are that it's pretty.
It's pretty. The seats are comfortable. I love that it's electric because you go fast.
Right.
Really fast.
It is interesting. So what she's saying is like the way that this car runs, it's not like a traditional engine. The battery is underneath you across the whole base of the car. And because it's electric and not a combustion engine, it's very responsive when you step on the gas. Like it's really fast, and you'll feel it because it picks up so quickly. So it isn't that it goes 200 miles an hour. It's that it goes 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, which is pretty fast for a kind of SUV crossover thing. Not an SUV, but like a crossover looking thing. Because the Model Y isn't the car. It's like a kind of crossover. It's got a bigger trunk than the Model 3, which is the main reason that we looked at the Model Y. But yeah, anything else that you really like about it? I love, just like you said, how it feels when we're driving it, and the seats, but I also love the sound system. I think like the screen and the sound system is so dope. It's fantastic.
And the self-driving features.
Gotta
love
talk about that. Yeah. So the autopilot is awesome, and I feel
on a more serious note, driving home, we did drive through a really, really bad thunderstorm, and it handled incredibly well.
Yeah, so the process for us to get this car was basically, long story short, like this. Over the course of a week, we went to the Tesla dealership here in Tampa to test drive it. As soon as we sat in it, we sat in a red one with white interior, black rims. That was exactly what I wanted. I was like, this is it. This is sick. We need this. The guy even said to me, this is great because you want this one. If you like it, we have this one in Tampa or in Miami.
No, it was in Orlando.
Yeah, in Orlando, ready for you, and we can get it here. You can go get it. So I was like, cool, let's make it happen. We put in our application for the lease. We both put our names on the lease so we can both get the credit towards our credit score for the car loan. Because that definitely helps you as you're trying to build credit and as you're trying to become an established human being in functioning society, right?
Yeah.
I've
never had a car on my credit score, so we definitely wanted my name on there.
Right, and I only had one. So that was part of the process, was first putting in this application. So we went there, we looked at how much money we'd have to put down, and the main reason that we even went to do this at that point was like beyond the test drive. It was that they actually gave me a higher amount offer for my lease than I owed on my lease to Honda Financial. So I owed $15,200 something dollars. They gave me $16,100 at Tesla to trade in my Honda. So they gave me credit towards the down payment of our Model Y just for giving them my car, which is rare. You normally don't get out of a lease like that. You don't get a higher offer, but it's because we had somebody who's a friend of ours in the car industry tell us, yo, the market is good. What did he say? Because he said supply is really, really low and demand is really, really high. He's like, try it, see what you can get. Shout out to Rob Ruth. And it worked out. They gave me a great offer. I was like, we need to jump on this. We're not going to wait, When we test drove the car, what was the initial response for you? Like, were you sold on it like I was initially? Like right away?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both got to drive it, and it was raining that day too. So we were like, yo, if you like it in the rain, you know you're going to like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I feel like everything that I said that I liked about it, I noticed right away. And
In the test
also the
drive.
roof is really cool.
Right, because it's all glass.
Yeah. So like this sounds weird, but the clouds look really cool through it because it's not completely like clear like a window. It is tinted. So the sky looks really cool through it.
So we put our applications in. This is, again, over the course of a weekend. This is like, let's just call it Sunday or Saturday we do this. A couple of days go by. It says like 2 days, 3 days max business days to get your application approved or whatever. Over the course of those 3 days, the guy who we were working with in Tampa reaches out to me and goes, yo, the red one you wanted is actually damaged. Something fell off an overpass onto the top of it, damaged the glass, and the glass on the roof that Riley was just saying how dope it is, it was back ordered. Like they couldn't get me that glass faster than they could actually just make a new car.
And why that's important is because the offer that they offered us to buy out our Honda was only valid for
60 days.
Yeah.
Or 1,000 miles. So if we drove too much on our Honda, they would have to make me a new offer, and that would potentially mess up the amount.
And the car part, like it wasn't going to be done in time.
Right. So I was like, okay, if we don't do another car, we're going to have to just wait for another delivery from Tesla, which is like he said 11 weeks, 7 to 11 weeks, and then have to put another offer in and hopefully that they would still pay off the lease. And that was like, I don't know if that's going to happen. It's 7 weeks away. Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen right now in 7 weeks?
Because there were no other red ones
with long range. There was red ones with performance, but it was $10,000 more for something that I didn't see necessary. I wanted more range, not more speed. I'm not going 135. Like I'm not going to touch 135 in this car. Never. I'm never going to go that fast.
Right.
That's just not me. 120, 115. Yeah. We hit 115 coming home.
Did we?
Yeah. But that's it. Like 135, it's fine. It's safe, right? So I didn't want to pay the extra money. I'd rather put that money towards the enhanced self-driving, which is different than the autopilot. So the guy at Tampa, he says to us, look, the only other option right now, if you want to take, this offer that we made on the lease, is we need to find another car. The only other vehicle that they could find was white on white. So we had the white interior, just white outside instead of red, black rims, same thing, long range, which is what I wanted, and it had a tow hitch. So then we had to put in, they basically had to restart the application because we had a new car. So then we're going through this application again. Now this is another 2 days of waiting. Then they get back to me and they wanted more money down than we wanted to give. So then we had to go back to them. Stop me if I screw this up in any way. And this is now like Thursday. Okay. So this is like 4 or 5 days later of after us getting to see the car and after deciding that we want to apply. And normally when you buy a car, you apply for the financing right there. They have a financing manager. You get approved or you make your deal right there and it's done. They don't negotiate in the store. And that's probably our biggest con. Like they don't negotiate in general. And
the biggest thing with that is because this other one had a tow hitch and we didn't even care for the tow hitch.
So there was no negotiation. And I had to drive to Miami to go get this one. So or I had to pay $500 to get it shipped up here. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I can just go get it. So it was like these little hiccups along the way end up dragging this process out to like Thursday, Friday. Well, then they say, listen, if you want to make this offer, if you want this car, you got to get here on Saturday. We're driving there Saturday morning, still no contract. Sunday morning. Sorry. Sunday?
Yeah. Because we got back late Sunday night.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. So Sunday. It's a Sunday. So this was like a 7-day thing. But we had no contract still from them. We had an offer. Like they'll make you an offer for the lease. They'll make you an offer on how much money to put down. But that offer on how much down kept changing once because they had to change the car, twice because I added this full self-driving and then took it off, which made a whole headache. And that's my fault for sure. But the first part was more on them because it was changing the car. So each time we did one of these things, the sales team had to go to the financing office and the financing office is not correlated with the sales team. So they're speaking to each other and there's like a middleman. And I'm, you know what I mean? So it was 3 people when you really should have had me and just them. That's it. Me and Tesla. It shouldn't have been me and 2 other Tesla guys, 3 guys.
The problem was because every time we had to go back to them, we got re-put into like this
queue.
Loop. Yeah.
Yes. They call it the queue. When you ask a question, but there's other people that have asked questions before you, you might get yours answered. And then you might be able to give them what they need right away, but you get dropped underneath all these other people that have been waiting too. So you have to wait your turn. That's why it takes 2 days every time something happens.
Yeah. So mind you, we're on our way there, driving there, and we get another email saying that something has changed.
Right.
So by this point, we're on our way there, and we still don't even know if we're coming home with a car that day because they keep changing things, and we didn't even have an official contract to sign or anything at that point.
They wanted more money down than we originally agreed. Then, after I called him while I pulled over in a McDonald's parking lot, I'm like, we got to pee, so let's get out and pee. And I called the guy, and I was like, listen, where's the updated contract without the full self-driving? Because we're going to do that after the fact. I'll explain that in a second. I was like, without the self-driving, I'm going to pay for that later. Where's the updated contract with the proper amount down? He's like, oh, it's coming. You'll get dinged when Tesla updates. I'm like, I just got dinged twice. That's why I pulled over and called you, because you just notified me that you made a change.
And then he literally said, I know we do things backwards.
That's what he said.
It doesn't make sense.
I know we do things backwards, and I apologize that we don't negotiate. I know we're not like other car dealers. That's what he said. So that was it. No negotiation. It'll come out when it'll come out. You should be here for your appointment is basically what they said. So we're driving 4 hours from Tampa to Miami, hoping that this contract ends up lining up. And it did. It worked out. They did come back to the number that we originally agreed on a down payment, which kept my monthly nut of what I was already paying for the Honda basically the same. That's why we really did this deal, is because it didn't cost us. It cost me another $200 every 6 months on my insurance, more than I was already paying. And my monthly nut went up like $90 for the Tesla, which drives itself and takes no gas. So it's a win-win. Plus the tax write-off on the down payment, because we put a good amount of money down. So that's a plus for writing it off to the business. And the monthly payments are a write-off, right? And I think we get some type of electric vehicle tax credit as well, because we have an all-electric vehicle. So I think that's where our accountant's going to help us out. But there's a lot of pros to it, even on that side of stuff too. So,
and once we got there, the customer service
was so
infinitely
dope.
like approved.
Sebastian,
like,
right? That was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, super dope. He was like, "Here you go." Basically, like, give me your keys. Show me where you parked the Honda.
They were super nice, super helpful.
Yep.
Very.
And then wait, the weirdest thing, we're in there, and she's like, "Okay, just make the payment on your phone and do it." So I link my bank account so they can have the payment, and then they do auto pay for the monthly for the lease. We're driving home. I look at Wells Fargo. They didn't take the money. I'm like, how are they going to delay me for a week and make me sweat it for a week what we're going to do on this deal if I'm going to get my deal? And then they don't even take the money right away. Then the next day comes, Monday comes, still didn't take the money. They took the money yesterday, which was Tuesday, which is just interesting. It's like, you're going to drag me through the mud and then slowly decide when you want to. It's whatever. Maybe processing time. I don't know. It's just kind of funny. But other than that, I feel like the whole process was dope. I definitely agree with you. So when you've taken the car out now on your own without me, I know you said you floored it a little bit. Have you found anything about it that you don't like? Any major drawbacks to it?
Well, for right now, since you obviously still need to use the steering wheel, I like how in the Model X you still get a dashboard, just because it's easier to see. Like, it is something to get used to be looking kind of down and at your center like frame area right here, to be seeing like even where you're going with the maps and everything, because the screen's so big, and like the speed. Sometimes I just feel like it would be easier if there was like a little screen right here. But I know that in the future he plans to get rid of the brake, all the pedals and the wheel, so that it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But that's really like the only thing.
You know, for people that don't.
And I think that they should have included air conditioned seats.
Yeah, I definitely would say that. And for people that don't know exactly what Riley's talking about, I think what we're going to do, if you're listening this far in, do me a favor, drop a comment below if you have any questions, not just about trading, not just about the Tesla, just for me and Riley in general. We're going to do a Q&A like the two of us together, I think in the car, just because we've had so many questions. So if you're watching this far, you know we appreciate that very much. Drop a comment. Is it about trading? Is it about leasing the Tesla? Why we did it the way anything? Drop a comment down below. We're going to make sure that gets in the Q&A. I want to show them the screen that you're talking about so they can actually understand, because it is different. It's definitely, there's a lot of different. The braking is definitely different. So with
Wait, quick before you go on, one of my favorite features, you can set it so that the turn signal, every time you put on the turn signal, it makes a whoopee cushion noise in the car.
Funny. And it's so realistic. It's so funny. There's a lot of little cute things with it. Like you have Netflix and YouTube and some video games on there when the car
Netflix
is charging.
Is cute.
The car charges really fast. So anybody thinking about the charging, like it goes from empty to full 40 minutes. 45 minutes. It's amazing when you think about that, you know, considering you're putting 300 miles into it. It's pretty cool. And it's cheap. Yeah. I mean, if you use that link that I have down in the description, you'll get free 1,000 miles. We did a full charge. It cost us $16. Even though we have the free thing, you'll still see the cost. It was like $16. So that's like as much as, it's actually cheaper than it was even for my Honda. So it's definitely a win there. My biggest drawback to it is the cheap plastic that the Tesla has all around it, which is why I got some of those like stickers that we're going to cover up. Like a lot of it on the inside, the black, it's that material that shows fingerprints, it shows dust. So I got these matte white wraps for them on the inside just to hide the fingerprints and make it more like a spaceship. So I'll show you guys that. That's when we'll do the Q&A once all that stuff is in here, because it's got some cool red stuff that matches the ASFX look and all that stuff. But the cheap plastic is my biggest drawback. I like the braking, how like when you take your foot off the gas, it slows down really quick to recharge the battery, the regenerative braking. Definitely like that. Not that hard to get used to. You drive for an hour and you'll figure it out, right? It's really, really easy. It's at first going to make you a little dizzy, make you a little sick, but you just got to get used to it. It's different. It's a new toy. You have to play with it. You know what I'm saying? But the cheap plastic, can't stress that enough. Like if you spent, I mean, if you got the Porsche Taycan, you're not going to see cheap plastic in there, but it's $150,000 versus this was 60. So almost 3 times the cost. You know what I'm saying? It's different, but I'm being picky, you know, about the cheap plastic. It's a solid car. It's not cheap like a Honda. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know? So again, let us know if you're watching this far in, any questions that you guys have for us about trading, any questions about the business, being digital entrepreneurs, anything you guys like to ask us, make sure you drop a comment or make sure you send it to me on Instagram, because I'm going to be posting about this on Instagram the day that we post it. So get the questions to me. We'll get them answered. Anything else about the Tesla before we cut today's video? Just as like, this was just a little intro giving you guys some feedback on the car so far. The next video is going to be the Q&A in the car.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And if you're watching and you're like, isn't this channel about trading and Forex stuff? Comment that so I know. Because if everybody doesn't care about the car as much as I thought that everybody seemed to, I'm trying to incorporate it, you know, lightly. It's not going to be a focus of the channel, but I do want to incorporate it. You know, it's part of our business and it's good for the marketing. So let me know. I don't want to piss you guys off. I don't want the audience to be like, yo, I thought he was doing trading. What the hell happened? Podcast. Now he's talking to the Tesla. What's he doing? You know what I'm saying? I just want it to be me, and the Tesla is a part of us and our business. So I think the YouTube channel should have a little bit of it. But I just filmed a trading video with Jace this morning. I'm going to film another video tomorrow.
And we just
trading.
got it. Like, it's still exciting. It's not like it's not like you're going to be shooting videos in the Tesla
No,
or like anything like that.
No, it would be one video.
Right.
I wouldn't even make a cool B-roll video for it. We would be sitting in there. You'd be filming it, holding the camera.
Yeah.
Right. And just talking to me. So, yeah. Solid car. Definitely is the future. When you sit in it, you'll know. That's as easy as it. I don't think we'll ever go back to a gas car. The only time I would see us getting a gas car is for some reason, like I'll give you some random circumstances. We have triplets and we need a minivan.
Oh, God.
Right.
We would.
Right. Terrible. Terrifying.
Still wouldn't get a minivan. Minivan.
Get an Escalade. I don't know. Would you ever go back to a gas car? Like, what would tempt you to do that? A Lamborghini? A Bentley? No. Like, these are way cooler to me. I would just get another Tesla. I'd get the X or the S or the Plaid S that's super fast and goes 500 miles. I would just get that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say because I feel like more cars are trying to go electric because, you know, like I still think Mini Coopers and Jeeps are cute.
Of course.
But like Mini Coopers already have an electric version. I don't think Jeeps do.
No,
at least
yet.
not a Wrangler.
Did you know that California said that they're going to ban gas vehicles from being produced and purchased in the state by 2035?
I don't doubt it.
Another 10 or 15 years?
At all.
Yeah. Yeah. So
who said it? Joe Rogan or somebody on his podcast that, or maybe it was even Elon, that buying a gas car is like buying a horse and buggy.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. But I agree, but I didn't buy the car. I don't recommend buying cars ever. I don't know anybody that actually is making money buying cars. I know a lot of people that buy a car and it breaks and then they have to pay for it. And that sucks. I'd much rather lease it, write off the payments as a tax deduction at the end of the year through the business.
Then get a new one in 3 years.
And then just get a new one every 3 years. Clean, fresh, it smells fucking awesome. Like, that's what I want. I don't care if I could possibly resell it for the same that I paid for it and make $60K on it's just not what I'm in. It's not my business. My business is to enjoy the car because I have free time because I work hard as a trader. So now I get to take this thing out and like when we go to Wawa, I'm like, this is sick because I can actually floor it now and we go. Like it is so fast.
Go to Wawa.
Well, that's where the supercharger is.
That's funny.
Because we can't charge it where we live. We don't have an outlet down there. We're on the 4th floor. So.
Yeah, his grandma was like, do you have a long enough extension cord?
Shout out to my mom.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know if you guys have any questions for the Q&A. We're going to get that video done hopefully before we go to Colorado. Colorado comes up for Riley's birthday, so that should be exciting. We're going to be in Denver for a couple of days and then Breckenridge for a couple of days. If you're out there, let us know. We're trying to maybe organize a meetup. There's a couple of our guys that I got like 5 people that DM'd me today and said they're pretty down to meet up. So if you're out there in Colorado, let us know. We'll be out there for a couple of days. We're going to try to detach from work then. I'll be filming videos, but I probably won't be editing out there. It'll all get edited once we get back, and that'll take me some time to go through. I will be trading from there some days, but not every day. Just going to be more of like a vacation, trying to just de-stress a little bit from the move.
Hang out with the bears.
Go hiking. Should be nice.
Yeah, it'll be really pretty.
And we'll definitely take some pictures for you guys to bring you along for that journey. Maybe we'll do another Q&A there. That's always seems to be what I end up doing. I just shoot Q&As on all of our trips. I don't know what else to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I got to come up with more creative ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let us know.
Yeah. Because I want to show you guys what we're doing sometimes, you know what I mean? I want to incorporate that side of things. I don't want to flex, but I want it to be relevant.
But it's also real. Like, it's your reality.
I want it to be relevant more than anything. That's always the value is the priority, not what I'm doing. If I can bring value and show what I'm doing, then it's a win. But if I can't, value first.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it, guys. Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up.
You want to do the crystal fact?
Oh, shit. I forgot. Yeah.
I was like, is he ending the video? We didn't do the fact.
I forgot. You got to remind me, bro. I get in the zone. We're just rolling.
All right. So today's crystal is tiger's eye. I only have a little one of it, so I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it resembles an eyeball. That's where it gets its name from. And this is a very absorbing crystal. It's actually one that you're told to be very careful with because of the energies that it could give off. It's a very self-absorbing crystal. So any self issues that you're having and wanting to work through, whether it be self-criticism, self-love, self-expression, self-worth, anything with the word self in front of, this crystal is going to be a good enhancer of. But it's also very important to cleanse this crystal with either selenite or setting it in the sun for a period of time, just because it is an absorbing crystal and you want to make sure that you clear those energies before using it again. And let's see.
I like that one. It's cool.
Yeah, this one is really cool. It can come in blue and red too, which is very interesting. That's what this book says, but I've never seen it really in those colors. It's always kind of like a yellowish.
Yeah, I've only seen it brown.
Brown, yeah.
I had a dream about crystals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me about that later.
It was powerful. That's all I remember. Is that the crystals had powers. I don't, dreams you don't remember, but I just remember waking up like, oh, the rocks have powers. They do, bro.
They are. They're little magical crystals.
They're money rocks. When we go to Colorado, people go hunting for them in the rocks.
I know, that was so cool. All right, let's end this video.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to see us go gemstone hunting, comment below. We'll start a side YouTube channel. Riley and Austin's
I'm pretty
Gemstone.
sure there was a game on Club Penguin when I was like 10 years old called like gem or ruby hunting or gem hunting or something like that. I used to play it, so we can play it in real life.
Yep.
That's all, folks.
I got nothing to say. That was funny. Club Penguin. You're like 13. 13-year-old Riley just popped out. Everybody say hello.
No, younger than that.
Yeah, younger than that?
13, you're in like 8th grade.
Right.
Yeah, younger.
Really?
Like 5th grade.
Who was monitoring your computer usage as a child?
Myself.
Right.
My eyeballs.
That explains a lot.
Here you are.
All right, everybody. Let us know about the Q&A. Comment below, and we'll see you in the next video.